Good news, everyone! I now have the ability to tune cars. And check out this kit. Isn't this awesome? And I don't mean just some sort of out-of-the-box tune that you can get off the internet from some company that you never actually see in person. No, I'm talking about an actual tune customized to your specific car for your specific mods. Because you know, every car is different and it requires a slightly different tune. Even if you just have all the factory parts, each car is a little different. So let me go through setting this thing up on my 124 Spider here and show you how everything's gonna work. Okay, so the first thing we gotta do is take an image of your current ECU. And so I have the flex here connected up to the OBD port on my 124. And I'm gonna click connect here. And of course it's reminding me to turn the ignition on. And then we'll press OK. And down here, you can see it connecting. Turn the ignition off and press OK. Now I'm gonna download the full backup from my ECU. That's really cool that they have a little voltage meter sitting right here. I actually have the car hooked up to a charger, so we don't see the voltage drop. But this is actually really cool to know that if you see the voltage dropping, you can abort all this and make sure you don't screw up your ECU due to low battery or something. And that took a few minutes, but we're gonna go ahead and save all, turn the ignition off and press OK. Okay, it cleared the DTCs that it caused during the reading. And you can see the full backup took just right at 3 minutes. Now what's great about this process is for right now, we're done. Now I have all the information needed to give you a baseline tune, and you can be on your way for right now. Now the next step in the process is to send your ECU to my remapper, who has tons and tons of experience. He's done thousands of these cars. And he's gonna set the initial tune, send it back to me, and then I'll come back to you and reload it onto your car. And then once we get it reloaded into your ECU, then the real fun begins. We'll start doing data logging and checking to see how it's working, make sure it's safe, finding other areas where we can optimize the tune, and really dial it in specifically for your car. But hey, since we're waiting on the remapper to get my basic tune back to me, let's take this thing out and give it a baseline run. That way we can compare before the tune and then after the tune. Y'all might remember this from my chipbox testing video. I like to put the 124 in 4th gear and then use Torque Pro to test the 40 to 60, 60 to 80, and then 80 to 100 mile per hour. That gives you a good look at the whole rev range doing this in 4th gear. And of course I'm using a 10 Hz external GPS for maximum accuracy. Alright, so here's the results of the factory tune. Remember these numbers for later. Alright, so I woke up the next morning and my new tune was ready. The master tuner I'm working with, who's extremely experienced with these cars, is all the way over in Italy. So sometimes it takes a full day to get a tune back from him. But it's well worth the wait. Alright, so now I'm going to load the new tune, test it out, make sure there's no trouble, do some data logging, make sure everything's running the way it should be, and then go from there, see if we need any revisions. Alright, ride time was only a minute. Pretty fast. So here I am data logging. You'll just have to take my word for it because the laptop is just out of view on the seat. But what I do is 3 full power runs, one in 2nd gear, 3rd gear, and then 4th gear. And what I'm watching for is ignition timing, any knock retard, injection timing, throttle position, and the boost control. Alright, so now let's do the 40 to 100 testing just as before. So we did get an error on that 180 to 100 run, but we can still average everything out. And wow, check that out. It's a 20% improvement. All right, well, 20% improvement over factory is pretty good, but there's still some little tweaks that I want done. And so I sent it back to my tuner to make some changes. First of which is to try to eliminate this soft rev limiter thing that the 124 seems to have. It kind of gives out, pulls back the throttle a little bit before you actually hitting the hard limiter of 6,500 RPM. So I asked them to get rid of that and also raise the rev limiter to 6,800 RPM. So I'm gonna load that and then test it out. Wow, I'd call that mission accomplished. It's only raising the rev limiter by 300 RPM, but it just feels like it pulls forever and ever now. And it's nice and smooth too. None of those weird stutters and power that the factory tune has. All right, so I wanted to add something a little special, a little extra add-on, and it is an additional add-on. You have to pay more for it, but it's completely not necessary, just for fun. A little bit of burble. So let's get that loaded and test it out. All right, I hope this is gonna come in through the camera for you, but listen to this. Oh yeah. Ooh, poppity pop 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 pop. I kind of like it. It's just like a little bit of pop here and there. I like that. All right, well, I think I'm gonna wrap up the 124 tuning here. I am very pleased with the tune, and the little bit of burble I got here, little pops, is nice too. So if you're in the Austin area and you need a tune on your Fiat or Abarth or Alfa Romeo, let me know. Bye, thanks for watching.